Hello and welcome to this coverage of the 2026 Divine Duos Tournament Finals. This is a doubles crokinole matchup between Jamie Harter on your back left, Ethan Landry on your back right, Michael Barth on your front right, and Ben Harding on your front left. And Ben noting that the higher seed, which is Jamie and Michael, will get to select who has hammer in this matchup.
No pressure, huh?
And Ben elects to open this round, and he misses just a little long. Let's see what Harter can do with that. And not the shot he was looking for. He bounces back out, but the duo of Harter and Barth still have the upper hand, I would say, here, being that they have the hammer shot. Michael with a nice takeout. It seemed like he might have been going for a follow-through 20 there, which he was quite close to. A very nice attempt. Let's see, Ben perhaps lining up a touch 20 here. Oh, but he hits the post and does not convert. That's a costly mistake when you're playing against the hammer.
That's fine. That's a backboard for him. So. What's that? That's a backboard for him. I guess it's off enough. I'll try to do that. Okay, that's fine.
Harter electing to roll in and perhaps disrupt the shot that Ethan has here so that he doesn't have an easy 20 conversion. He's going to go for it. And he just skips out of the hole. A nice attempt.
Touch it.
Yeah, Barth opting to touch it, just go for a 20 here, see if he's successful in that.
Nobody wants it.
Oh, he's not. He hit it too square. So now we have some chaos in the middle of the board here with 4 discs, all sitting in the middle. See if Harding can line up a double takeout here. He tries for it, but he loses a shooter, leaves one of the opponent pieces on the board. And now there are 3 green pieces in the house. The team of Landry and Harding is in a rather tough position here.
I don't like that at all. No? No, there's too many kites there. I like this better.
Okay. Sorry, just check this camera.
Okay. Yeah.
I got it.
Landry decided on a shot, lines it up. He does get a single takeout, plus demoting another, so a good effort there. Let's see if Barth is able to get a takeout on this one. He is, and he stays out, so that gives the team of Harter and Barth a nice little lead here. Harter, though, that's a nice lead by Harding. It's making Harter traverse the center hole, which can be a perilous journey, but he does so nicely. He peels the shooter, but that's totally fine from their perspective. And now we have Landry lining up a very nice angle in 20. Great shot from Landry. Barth responding with an open 20, which keeps the lead in the hands of Harter and Barth. Harding leaning back, aiming for a takeout 20 here. And, oh, he's very close, but he just lips out. Harter can really solidify strong position with a takeout, and he does just that. Landry now maybe looking for a double takeout. We'll see what he and his teammate decide.
We're running out of bullets, but man, if you can stick yours right there, it forces Mike to come over the hole, I think. Or if you leave here on this side of this disc, it makes it very difficult for him to hit.
You hear Harding discussing some strategic options there. Landry tries to hide behind the post. He doesn't quite get far enough back, so I think Barth has a line at this from the outside.
Either of those were easy.
And he does. He gets a takeout, sticks on the outside.
Off the peg.
Yeah.
Nothing but that.
Harding calling a double off the peg. I don't quite see why the peg would be necessary, but maybe my angle I'm looking at is a little bit off.
Nothing but that.
Oh, but he certainly hit a peg. He does not convert the shot, unfortunately for him. Harter now shooting an open 20. He doesn't quite get it, so the game's not completely over yet, but yeah, Landry would need quite a miracle shot, and he does not get it. He peels, and the game is solidified. Barth getting the unnecessary but cool-looking 20 to end it, and Harter and Barth take a 2-0 lead with Harter to start the next round. He misses a little long. See if Landry's able to take out 20 here. Barth calming down his teammate a little bit, making sure everything is all good. And Barth missing a bit short. We'll see what Harding opts to do with that, if he's going to try and manufacture a double takeout perhaps, or if he's just going to take a simpler shot. Yep, Harding confirming that his teammate should be able to get a 20 on the middle one, and thus decides to just take the back one. Harter eyeing up, playing through his own piece to get a 20 and hitting it into that back, but he just said he didn't like it. He's going to go down Hogan's Alley instead.
Yeah, I was going to say, but what about off that peg and in the back door? Yeah. So as soon as I saw that, I was like, ooh, that's not what I wanted to do. Good try.
And we see trade a few blows, some more camaraderie and exchange between teammates, and now Harding lining up a shot with 2 opponent discs on the board. He gets a nice touch 20, so Black is now up 2 in the cup with Hammer. That can be hard to overcome, although Green does have a positional advantage on the board. But the team of Landry and Harding, the game is still in their favor, even though it's far from over. Ooh, very nice takeout 20 from Barth there. Great shot. See how Harding can respond here if he's going to be aggressive and play for a 20. He looks like he did want that 20, but missed it a little bit right. But Landry and Harding still in the stronger position here, since they are tied in the cup and they have Hammer. Landry going for a touch 20, and he does it. He just barely touched that other disc, but if it's a touch, it's a touch, and he makes the 20. So that's a nice shot from Landry. Barth lining up something on this far disc, maybe trying to bring it in. He does so very nicely, bringing that disc into the house. Now Harding has a slightly awkward angle. Looks like he's opting for a touch from that angle. Oh, sorry, that piece was a green one. I didn't quite realize that. So he tried for a takeout 20, doesn't quite convert. Harter trying to get a follow-through on that one. Also very close, but no cigar. Now there's 2 green pieces. Landry getting a suggestion from his teammate to try and roll out. Doesn't quite convert. He caught a post on the takeout. And now Barth is lining up his next shot with he and Harter perhaps having... Well, no, they're down at 20, so they still have work to do, I think. Yeah. Harter describing a little assist. So perhaps putting the disc in a spot where Harter could get a takeout 20, but he clips his own disc, does not contact the black disc, and that is a costly mistake for Michael Barth. We'll see how he and Jamie Harter, if they're able to claw their way back or not. Harter was definitely going for something nice there. I'm not sure if he was trying for a double or a takeout 20, but didn't get it, and now this game is all but sealed. Barth would need a double takeout 20 to make Harding shoot. He doesn't get it. Harding gets a little warm-up 20 going into the next round, and the score is now 2-2 between our competitors. Barth accidentally peels after the opening miss by Landry, leaving a fresh board for Harding, which he converts into a 20. See if we fly into a 20s race, or if we're back onto the board play quickly, and we are back onto the board play quickly as Harter sails a little long. He hasn't quite found his groove with his open 20s, but he certainly has the prowess in the open 20s, as I can say from having played him personally many times, but also he is the reigning champion of the U.S. Open 20-hole Survivor contest. So he can knock him down just as well as about anybody. Harding intentionally not taking out that green piece so that makes Harter unable to hide from Landry with his shot. If Harding had taken that green piece off, Harter would play on this back end of the board and give Landry a shot that is very missable. But instead, Landry has a couple of options now, both convertible. He opts just for that hit and stick in the 5, with black being up a 20.
Well, yeah. I think you have a better in off that than I do, right?
Although it is Jamie Harter's hammer here, so the round is certainly up for grabs. I think Landry and Harding are holding on to just a small lead here. Competitors trading blows here and see if Barth is going to try and come in on this piece or just stick where it is.
Because not only can he not hit it, but he can't get in on it. That was very good.
Harding complimenting the leave for his teammate, which is true indeed. It's both, as Harding said, it's both a hide from Barth's perspective and it keeps Harter from getting an angle into the house. So a dual purpose, nice shot here. Harter does nicely find an angle into the house. Certainly no chance for a 20 on that shot, but I'm sure he's happy just to force play back into the middle there.
If you don't like anything, just take that one. But just get a simple clear. It's all we need. Okay?
So Harding advising his teammate to just take that 1 in the 5 if he didn't like any of his other shots. I'm not sure I quite see that rationale completely. I think his team is oiled down, but yeah, now Harter and Barth are up 30 points, but yeah, they also have hammers, so I feel like the burden is on Harding and Landry to make something happen here. Harter getting a simple takeout. Not happy with his shot, but I think it was really all he needed.
The hole to do that, but there's a double there. There's not a double here. You're going to hit both these pegs, so you've got to hit it on that side. But I have a double off of these two in the future. So if you just want to clear one, just clear one.
Here Harding talking through his reasoning and advice to his teammate. I do think Harding really excels at doubles strategy in general. I think he tends to always have a lot of advice and can sometimes think of shots or approaches that others do not often think of.
I would try to take that out if you can.
Barth lining up the takeout of the 1 in the center, and he executes it nicely. Great shot by Barth, and that really puts he and Harter in a very strong position.
We're in trouble.
See what Harding's going to go for here, if he's looking for a double or perhaps an angle in 20.
Yeah, even if I just get a 20 off this, they still win.
Yep, Harding noting that a takeout 20 on that disc in the 5 is not enough. He's going for a Hail Mary.
Yep, it's not going to do it.
Yep, good try from Harding, but
Yep.
it was not enough. Harter and Barth identify that they have already won, so Harter just puts his last shot in the gutter, and Harter and Barth take a 4-2 lead with Barth to open here. Barth coming up short. We'll see if Harding's able to get a takeout 20 on this one. It's certainly possible to make a takeout 20 here, but it's certainly not an easy shot either. Harding, unfortunately, missing both. Misses the takeout and the 20. But Harter quick to point out that it's not a very nice leave from his perspective. He comes over the hole, wobbles a bit with his disc, gets a touch. It's a valid shot, but not quite what he had in mind, most likely. And after 4 shots from our competitors, all 4 discs are on the board. We've had no 20s, no takeouts, no invalid shots, where everything's on the board. Barth gets a takeout and sticks in the 10, but the hammer belongs to Landry in this match, so Harter and Barth will have to do something at some point, whether they can get a 20 or a double takeout or force a mistake out of their opponent. They'll have to do something to turn the tides a little bit in their favor.
Trying to get that one.
Harding, going for a double, just gets a single and rolls back out to the 5. Harter gets a takeout over the hole with that, and Landry doesn't have much to shoot at here. Everything's on the opposite side of the board from him.
I would do this one because it's harder for him to get a double there than, I mean, plenty of bullets left. He'll just take them one at a time.
So Barth lining up here, see if he wants to try and carve into the 20 off this disc that's sitting in the 10.
Nice shot.
He does, and he does it successfully. Great shot from Michael Barth. And that gives he and Harter a bit of a lead despite playing against the hammer. Harding responds with a double takeout attempt, and he gets 1 takeout and 1 demotion. Harter, not quite sure if he was trying to carve into the 20 there, perhaps. It doesn't seem like he would have needed to, but hard to say for sure. Yep, Barth just getting a simple takeout on that 1 and the 5, leaving a tricky angle in. Harding's going to try and make some magic out of this. Oh, and he does. Beautiful shot from Harding. That was an incredible angle in. And that ties up the cup and gives Harter and Landry, or excuse me, Harding and Landry a slight edge in this match. Now these discs may be lined up nicely for a double takeout from Landry, and that's exactly what he does. Great shot from Ethan Landry. And now Harter and Barth are in a bit of trouble. They need to get a takeout 20 or some sort of hide from the opposition, and both of those might be tall orders against this team of Harding and Landry. Harding once again opting for the pass, which means that Harter's not able to hide this disc from Landry, so we'll see if he just carves into the middle. Hits it a little more square than I think he wanted to, so he's just sitting in the 10. Oh, an incredible angle in from Landry. Yeah, Harding noting he was going to say stay outside. That was a very strategically aggressive shot from Landry. He was going for a 20 that he really didn't need, but making 20s when they fall in, making them is the best strategy. Harding now lining up a takeout here. He doesn't get the takeout, although he does demote the other disc.
Didn't come off.
Yeah, he wanted it off, as he's noting, but he should be okay unless Harter makes a takeout 20 here. If Harter hits this takeout 20, then he and Barth will be in a very nice position.
Or leave a 5 that all they can do is tie, but if you just hit the stick, he just has a simple clear for the win.
And if I miss it, he's got an easy.
Right, so either roll this way and just stay back here and make him hit a shot. Yep.
Barth suggesting an angle I wouldn't necessarily have thought of rolling out to the 5. Harter catches a post, so Landry just needs to take out this disc in the 5 and stay on the board for he and Harding to win. And that's exactly what he does, and we have a 4-4 tie. Harding to open once again, and he does so with a 20, the perfect opening. See how Harter follows suit. Harter still hasn't really found any stride with the 20s, which always is trickier in doubles tournaments relative to singles tournaments. You just have more downtime between your shots, harder to really find a groove. Which is why pretty much at any level of tournament play you see a higher conversion of open 20s on doubles, or on singles play relative to doubles. Harding lining up a double takeout. He gets one of them, puts the other between the posts. But probably not quite as much as they wanted, given that the hammer belongs to Harter and Barth. Ooh, Harter, costly mistake there. He accidentally peels. And now the advantage belongs to Harding and Landry. Landry getting a takeout.
Does it work? Oh, we need it. Okay.
Yep, Barth noting that he and Harter are down, so they want to take out 20 ideally. Oh, beautiful shot. That's a tricky angle, and Barth just nailed it. They are now tied in the cup, and Harding will start what's essentially a fresh round where everyone has 4 discs each. Harding makes a 20. Harter breaks his drought and gets a 20 of his own. Landry sinks one. And Barth makes his, so we've gone around the world here, around the table, and we are still tied in the 20s cup. Harding says, let's not stop there, let's just keep it going, and we'll see who is the first to miss. Barth asking the table, making sure everyone's okay with clearing the 20s holders, and the reason for that is just to keep it easier to count, easier to hold, and since both teams have the same number of 20s, just dumping them out makes no difference in terms of who actually wins the game. The competitors continuing on this roll of 20s. Everyone's really found their range here. Oh, and Landry misses just left, lips out a little bit. See if Barth can get a takeout 20. Oh, he got the takeout, just missed falling into the hole for the 20.
I wouldn't have touched that.
And we got a runaway disc as Harding gets that takeout.
I think I shot.
We are still...
I've got one.
Players trying to identify who the hammer is. It is in fact Michael Barth. Harter gets a takeout, but he's probably closer to that hole than he wanted. Landry might have a takeout 20, which would guarantee at least 1 point for him and Harding.
Whichever angle you like. I mean, it's either here or I would take it this. Yeah, there. Okay.
Oh, he clips the post on the way in. The round is over, and Barth and Harter take another 2 points and now lead 6-4. Harding noting that they have to take a hammer at some point. The reason he says that is so far in this match, the team with the hammer, the final shot, has won every single round. And since Harter and Barth had the hammer in the opening round, if this pattern continues where the hammer wins every single round, Barth and Harter would eventually win the match 12-10 in this race to 11. So Harding is correct noting that he and Landry have no path to victory that doesn't involve, that doesn't include taking away a hammer from the other team, winning when the other team has the final shot. Landry missing a bit short there. Looks like he maybe got a little off of his rhythm on that particular shot. Barth with a nice takeout down the alley. And Harding, see if he goes for a drop back here.
Had to try.
Like he says, he had to try. He went for a drop back, didn't quite work out, but he didn't leave his disc in a bad spot. Harter's got a nice spot there, though. Landry is going to have to go down the alley for the takeout. He doesn't get it the normal way, but it is a valid shot, so take what you can get in this game we all play. Barth lining up a takeout. I don't think he needs anything fancy here. Oh, he clipped the hole, so he demoted that black disc, but he was not able to take it out. And I believe that Harter and Barth are up 2 20s, but they are playing against the hammer, so it's certainly not over yet.
He's trying to push through.
Harding, yep, as he says, he was trying to hit his own disc and angle in, while also sending the disc already on the board into the green for a takeout. Instead, he hit a post, clears the board entirely, but that does open up the opportunity for some hanger 20 conversions like Landry is now faced with. Which he does beautifully. A nice takeout 20 from Landry, and that really puts some pressure on Harter and Barth to make their 20s. Barth coming up just short. We'll see how Harding is able to deal with that, see if he can convert a 20. He gets the takeout, got a little follow-through action, but it ended with just a hanger. We'll see if Harter can get that takeout 20.
As long as you make the 20.
And he does. He doesn't get the takeout, but that's almost better in that he pushed the disc towards Barth, gave him something to shoot at. I imagine Barth is just going to hit this one in the 5 and stick out there. Although he does have a nice... Yeah, he's going for a touch 20 instead, which makes sense. That's a very makeable shot with that disc sitting right there. Oh, but he does not convert it. That can be the risk with touch 20s. When you don't convert them, you leave your opponents on the board, and you often leave a hanger or at least something close to the hole for your opponents to shoot at. See if Harding can get one of those follow-throughs he attempted last round. He tries, he almost got it off a post. That would have been a very nice and fortunate bounce for them. Didn't quite work out. And now Harter electing to play defense and keep that shot out there in the 10.
To drive through there and sink a 20, it's our only shot. Because you have no discs left, right?
Right.
Yep.
Harding telling Landry to go through the 20. Oh! So close. A great attempt from Landry. He just twirled around and barely missed getting the 20. That would have been an incredible shot. Instead, Barth just has takeout here.
Nope, I'm not.
That was a ridiculous shot. I thought there was no fucking way.
Yep. Harter complimenting Landry's shot once again. That would have really been an early shot of the year candidate if that had gone in. And there's now an 8-4 lead in favor of Barth and Harter in this race to 11, so they need a win and another tie or win to secure the victory of the 2026 Divine Duos Championship. Harter missing a bit long, so with hammer belonging to the team of...
No. Leave that
Excuse
one
me.
over there.
With hammer belonging to Harter and Barth, it's a
Take
pretty
this out,
even game right now,
that hole,
since Landry and Harding have a
probably
20
through
in.
that hole and drop over here. Or take the 20, one or the other. Okay.
Landry gets a takeout, doesn't leave it in a bad spot, even though he may have been going for a 20. Barth, I think he tried to drive through that, didn't quite pan out, and now Harding is going to go for a hide. See if Harter has a good path here, either from the outside or through the pegs. He's going to line up going through the outside.
Now take the 20.
He peels it, and that forces play back to the middle. And ooh, that touch 20 attempt that didn't quite pan out is just what Barth and Harter needed. They might be able to get a takeout 20 here off the remains. Looks like Barth did get a takeout, but did not convert the 20. And Harding got jammed there, bounced back off the peg, and now Harter gets the takeout here, and Barth and Harter have assumed a pretty commanding lead, especially now that Landry hits the opponent into the 20, gives them a very nice lead, and to make things worse, left a backboard. Barth not quite able to convert the backboard. Looks like Harding, instead of going for that 20 conversion, tries for a double and a hide, which is very reasonable attempt there. He gets one of the takeouts, not both, but also leaves his disc in a slightly awkward spot, but Harter is able to find it and take it out.
We have hammer? No, you started. Go for these two.
Yep, Landry being told by his teammate to go for a double takeout.
Yeah.
And he does it. I don't listen to James.
Teammates, or opponents having a little laugh with each other, always showcasing the good spirit of Crokinole. And teams have 120 each, although the hammer belongs to Harter in this round, so Harding's going to go for an angle in. He may have had a good enough angle there, but did not quite put enough power on it. Harter gets a nice takeout, and with everyone having one shot remaining, things are a bit of an uphill battle for Landry and Harding. Landry going for a hide. That is a nice spot. See if Barth can find it through the pegs here. He cannot, so that gives Harding and Landry a little lane in here. See if Harding can get possibly a double takeout. He goes for it, but the second disc rattles around between the pegs, and Harter just needs a touch here. He gets the takeout, and Harter and Barth now take a 10-4 lead. So a tie or a win for Harter and Barth will make them the 2026 Divine Duos champions. And we have Barth opening this final round with a 20. Great opening from Barth. Harding following suit. And we'll see who flinches first in this battle for opening position.
Having fun either way.
Yep.
Good try.
Landry going for a touch 20, does not convert it. He rolls over to the outside. See if Barth tries to do anything. He tries to stick between those pegs, leave Harding a tougher shot. Harding going for what might be a hide. He does so nicely, although Harter has that disc in the 5 to shoot at.
Can't get them both. Just take one. Is there 20?
Harding noting the angle is not there to get a double takeout.
Or are you going to hit this peg first? If you don't like it, don't do it. Don't leave it hanging. Either make it or don't.
Unfortunate miss from Landry there. And Barth nicely putting it between those posts. See if my instinct would be that Harding's going to want to go for a double takeout here, but it looks like he's lining for a touch 20 perhaps. And he doesn't get it. He clips that back post and gets jammed. Harter lining up this way, which makes sense if he can get a takeout. Otherwise, I might opt from his left side to go for a touch 20. But it seems as though he likes the takeout, and he hits it. Very nice shot. Landry now in a bit of trouble. He could either take the same shot he tried to take last time, or come through the pegs and hit that one in the 15 out.
Or no?
Okay.
No? Okay.
I'm going to go.
Okay. We'll take what you can get. Got it.
Got the double.
Oh, he gets a double. He did lose his shooter, but when you're down, losing your shooter isn't so bad because it does still confirm that play is forced back to the middle. Barth, however, does make it hurt, hits an open 20. Harding perhaps going to opt for a hide here.
Not far enough.
And he sticks in the 5. It's not really much of a hide. Harter is going to be able to find that on the outside, I would assume.
Yep, not far enough.
And he does.
2 more inches.
That's what she said.
I've heard.
Sorry, it was right there. What did you expect me to say?
Hamster. I mean, it's not going to be
And
nice, but
Landry going to go for the hamster here where he hits that disc. A good attempt, but Hamsters are a very risky shot because they can often leave backboards. A hamster is when you hit the opponent's disc into a peg so that it bounces back and hits your own disc into the 20. But Barth gets a takeout 20, and that puts Barth and Harter in a very solid position here. Harding going for a hide, which he does execute well. This gives Barth a very tough shot, or excuse me, Harter a very tough shot.
If you can get a pain in the ass from Jamie,
We were in that 6-6 game, we
And
were playing Chet.
Harter reaches it nicely, peels though. Landry bounces back
I know we're
into the
playing
20.
long, but I really need to think about this shot. I go, that's all right. The only person that's upset right now is Jamie. Because you guys have been sitting over there waiting forever.
Better sharing another laugh, and Harding, misses the takeout, and I think that just about does it.
we're up 220s.
Yeah.
Yep, Barth noting up 220s, that disc in the outside, and that will do it.
Oh, that's it.
Barth and Harter are your 2026 Divine Duos Doubles Champions. A great showing from both Barth and Harter as competitors exchange hugs, handshakes, and we see a well-played final come to an end. Thank you for watching. My name's Linder Wendt, and video coverage was provided thanks to Jamie Harter, and take care.